So call scenario का मतलब है when the shareholders, when the company has asked for the money from the shareholders, and after asking the shareholders did not, the company did not receive the money. That is known as call scenario. Now, there are two ways by which you can deal with call scenario. Number one, when calls in arrear account is opened, when calls in arrear account is not opened. Is that clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how does this work? First of all, remember, calls in arrear is an asset for the business. If you ask the nature of account of calls in arrear, it is considered as an asset. Why it is an asset? Because it is an accrued income for the business. What do you mean by accrued income? Anyone who can tell me?
Sir, getting, sir.
Amount yet to be received, that is known as accrued income. Now let us look into the journal entry. Ideally, what is a normal journal entry? First of all, the first journal entry is a due entry, means you're asking for the money. Calls in arrear happens only after the money has been asked. As long as you haven't asked for the money, calls in arrear cannot happen. You have to understand this first. So, in calls in arrear, between allotment to final call, it can happen at any stage. Let's say equity share allotment account debit or equity share first call account debit or equity share final call account debit to equity share capital account. This is the first entry.
Yes, sir.
In this particular entry, what are you doing exactly? Anyone who can tell me? This journal ka matlab kya? What is the meaning of this journal? Anyone who can tell me?
Sir, asking money.
Asking for allotment money.
Yeah, allotment of first call or final call. That means allotment or first or final call money due. That is amount due. Clear? You're asking for the money. After asking for the money, what happens? You are due to receive the money. It is at this stage you will come to know that which shareholder from which shareholder you have received the money and from which shareholder you have not received the money. Means, say for example, you had 10,000 shares and on allotment the rate is 4 rupees. So how much are you supposed to receive? 40,000 rupees. Now
Yes, sir.
there is a shareholder who had 1,000 shares. How many shares?
1,000.
And this shareholder did not pay the amount due on allotment. So how much have you not received? 4,000. So now you have to understand total amount due was 40,000. This was the due amount. Correct? From this due amount, how much have you not received, bacho? 4,000. Then how much have you received, bacho? 36,000. Is that understood, students? Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
This is called scenario. This is called scenario. So let us see the journal when call scenario account is open. So in this case, the journal becomes, as you are opening call scenario, bank account debited. Now, according to my example, out of 40,000 due, you have not received बच्चों 4,000. Then how much have you received बच्चों? 36,000. पहले बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट में कितना हो जाएगा? 36,000. Calls in arrear account will also be debited because you have not received 4,000. Remember, I said you this is considered as an asset. Calls in arrear is considered as an asset. How much have you not received yet? 4,000, which you will receive later. So as long as you are not receiving, this will be considered as an asset. Keeping this in mind, assets are considered as what for us? Debit. So that is why calls in arrear account is also debited. 2, equity share. It could be any one of the calls. Allotment or first call or final call account. Is this understood, bacho? Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Done. So that is when calls in arrear account is open. Now, what about when calls in arrear account is not open? When calls in arrear account is not open, the first journal, that is a due journal, is same. First entry, that is due journal, due entry is same. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
ये तो मिलना बाकी है, ये एंट्री नॉर्मल है, दैट मींस ये यही एंट्री यहां पे भी होगा. नाउ बिकॉज यू आर नॉट ओपनिंग कॉल्स इन एरियर, सो रिसीप्ट का केस में व्हाट यू विल राइट इज डायरेक्टली बैंक अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू equity share allotment to equity share first call to equity share final call. It could be at any call. Is case में if you have noticed something very carefully, students, if you have noticed something very carefully, I haven't debited calls in arrear over here. Am I clear? Because I have not opened calls in arrear. So इस केस में क्या होगा, आपका टोटल ड्यू था 40,000 जो ड्यू वाले एंट्री में घुस जाएगा. इन द फर्स्ट एंट्री ड्यू वाले एंट्री में 40,000 will be recorded. In the second entry, what is the net amount received? 36,000. That is that amount 36,000 which will be recorded over here. Over here. If it is an allotment, agar first call hai first call, agar final call hai final call. This is how it has to be done. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
And what will be my narration? Very simple. In the first case, इसमें narration क्या होगा? Allotment. Very simple.
Amount received on 36,000.
Allotment or first or final call. मानी जिस कॉल में भी पैसा मिल गया है, money received. And same over here also. Is that clear to all of you students?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you can start copying this.